So the other day, I was really thinking in my room, just sitting, and I thought of the story of when I burnt my tongue off. And really, I didn't just burn my tongue off. I burnt my eye out, kind of. It's a pretty interesting story. I'm gonna also go ahead and turn my lights down to red. There we go. Okay, so this is the story of how this happened. It was around September, and it was the end of a marching band practice. And in case you didn't know, I'm in a marching band. I play the saxophone. I think I said that many times before, but it doesn't matter. And you know, it was a 2 hour practice, and I just really wanted to go home, just be on my phone and just lay down, get in the shower. I just wanted to go home. But this kid came up to me. It was a freshman, and he had this bag of chips, and it was a yellow bag. It was in a triangle, and it had like one of those skulls with like an X at the bottom. And he was like, he started like talking to me, and I didn't want to talk to him because I was tired, and I just don't want to talk to you. I just want to put this instrument up and go home. But he didn't let that happen, and he was just talking. So I was like, like when you don't want to talk to people, and you're just going, uh huh, yeah, cool, that's crazy, one of those type of moments. And he pulls out that bag of chips, and he says like, hey, you should try one of these chips out. Now I look at the bag, and my gut says, don't eat those chips. And I'm like, I'm not hungry. I don't want those chips. There's a skull on it. Don't I shouldn't eat it. And I was like, nah, I'm good. But it was like, bro, come on, just try these chips. These chips are really good. I was like, bro, I'm not really that hungry right now. I really don't want to eat. And he kept pursuing. And I was like, bro, I don't even know. Like, there's a skull with a cross on it. I don't even know if there's probably rat poison in that, man. And that's legit what I said. I really thought there could have been rat poison in it. But he said, he was like, bro, come on, just try it out. Now, at this point, I was just annoyed, and I just wanted him to get away from me. So I was like, you know what? Fine, I'll eat the damn chip. Now, when I got the chip and I put it in my hand, it was like dark blue. It looked like a blue corn chip, and it tasted a little bit like Fuzzy's chips, if you know what I'm talking about. But I was just like, bro, I'm not even gonna eat this chip. I'm just gonna, it's like, put it in my mouth, no homo, and then I'm just gonna spit it out. I do that, and it's such a good thing that I did because I spit the chip out, and as soon as I spit the chip out, not even 5 seconds later, a burning sensation is inside of my mouth, and it burned so bad. It was I was screaming for God to just wipe come with water and just wash out of my mouth like they did like that commercial with the Colgate, and it just like washes your mouth clean. I was wishing God to just God please get this burning sensation out of my mouth, please, no homo. Then there's this girl named Jordan Flores, and she came up. And she's Hispanic, and she's like, "Bro, Major, you're weak. This chip probably isn't that hot." It was like, "You don't know what you're talking about. That chip is definitely hot." And I said, "Well, quote from her, and I quote, I'm Hispanic, so I probably don't even taste the heat." So she gets the chip from the guy, and she bites it, she chews it, she swallows it. The same thing that happened to me happened to her, but worse. The burning hurt sensation is in her throat. No, well, not really homo, but you know what I mean. So now she knows what I'm talking about, and I don't remember what really happened, but she was just it was burning in her throat, and it was just hot, and she was yelling, I'm yelling, it was trying to die down a bit, or I was either getting used to it in a span of like 10 seconds, 2 minutes. I don't know, but the sad thing is that one of my friends was asking her out to homecoming, and she ended up throwing up. So when he went up to her, she was just in the trash can, just barfing out, and she was like, "Hey, I want to talk to you." And she just barfs, and he was like, "Oh, should I talk to you later?" And she just looks at him and says, "Yeah." So that's not even the part where it ends. When I forgot that like Cheeto dust and nitro dust, it ends up on your fingers. Well, I forgot the dust was on my fingers, and my allergies were acting up really bad on my eye. So I rubbed my eye, forgetting that the finger dust of the hot chip were on it. So now, in under 4 or 5 seconds, my eye was burning out, and oh my god, I was screaming. I was in pain. It was suffering. Like I can see out. I can only use my left eye, which is my worst eye too, and I don't know. Like one eye is just crazy bad, and the other eye is just good. Soon I'm gonna get glasses. But anyways, it was just burning my right eye. My eye, like it was burning, and I was just yelling, and I was like, "Bro, I need ice! I need ice!" And I went into the this little, they call it the library because that's where they keep all the files. But there's like an ice compartment, and then there's like a refrigerator where they keep all the snacks and stuff. But I'm like yelling at one of the band majors, "Give me some ice!" And they're moving so slow. Really, they were moving so slow that if I was bleeding out, like a big scar on my stomach, and I was bleeding out, I'd actually be concerned for my life on how slow they were moving. Because like, at this point, like I was just like screaming, cursing, and just going at it. I was oh my god, I was just going at it, and I take the bag. I snatched the bag because my eye is burning, and I put it in my eye. And bro, actually, just telling this story actually makes me feel the burning sensation on my eye too. And I put it on my eye, and it helped, but it didn't help much because like it was still burning. So now that I have ice, I call my mom and I tell her, "Hey, can you come pick me up?" And then I explained to her what happened to me in the car, which is this whole story, and she says, "So you got convinced to eat a hot chip that you knew had a skull and crossbones on it, but you still ate it." And I told her yes, because the only reason I did it was because I wanted to get rid of that kid, and I didn't want to talk to him. Because I'm telling you, I don't know what even happened to that kid. When that kid left, he left, like I didn't see that kid after that. He disappeared. He went rogue. Okay, and that's the best way to describe it. And I just it was my eye was burning so bad. Like, and my mom was like, "Well, what told you? Didn't you, there was like any feeling that told you not to eat this chip?" And I was like, "Yeah, there was a gut feeling in my stomach." I was like, "See, this is why your dad is concerned about you because you know I was trying to do stuff to experiment." And I was like, I wasn't even trying to experiment. I was just trying to leave. I was just trying to not talk to this kid. I just wanted to be antisocial. But God, it burned. And then if you remember from the podcast, like that one podcast episode where like I said like if you're ugly then stop complaining. That was with like It's a Recorder, aka Sean. He was like, "Bro, it's probably not even that hot." And I gave him the chip, but he put it on his lip and then he spit it out. Not even 5 seconds later, his tongue was burning too.